I'm Brittany Lewis with Forbes Breaking News. Senator Jeanne Shaheen said on the Senate floor Wednesday that she was, quote, shocked about the leaked draft opinion that revealed the highest court in the land might strike down federal abortion rights. The leak has reignited the abortion debate in the U.S., with Republicans celebrating the possible overturning of Roe v. Wade and Democrats slamming it. The Democratic majority is seeking a vote on the Women's Health Protection Act today, which would codify abortion rights into law. Shaheen said that this legislation would, quote, ensure that the decisions about whether or not to have a child are made by women. Here's more from the New Hampshire Democrat.
I have to disagree with the distinguished minority leader. The bill that we're going to vote on this afternoon is legislation that would ensure that the decisions about whether or not to have a child are made by women. It would codify Roe v. Wade to ensure that women make those decisions, not the minority leader, not Justice Alito, not some politician someplace, but women, and that's who should make those decisions. I rise today to add my voice to the chorus of American women who are standing together arm in arm to loudly and clearly declare that we will not surrender our rights. Like the majority of women in New Hampshire and across this country, I was outraged by the leaked draft Supreme Court decision by Justice Alito that said that the Supreme Court would overturn Roe v. Wade, that they would overturn almost 50 years of rights that have been guaranteed to women. So I rise today on behalf of the women of New Hampshire and women across this country, including my daughters and granddaughters and the generations that will follow them. I rise today that we must preserve a woman's fundamental right to make our own decisions about our own bodies, about our futures, and about our health. And like millions of women across the country, I was shocked to see that opinion written by Justice Alito, indicating that 5 justices would vote in favor of overturning Roe. That decision, if it stands, would upend nearly 50 years of precedent that says a woman's health care decisions are ours and ours alone in consultation with our families, with our physicians, with our clergy. And Madam President, this nation is built on the bedrock of liberty. Our founding declaration holds that life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness is among the most essential of inalienable rights that are guaranteed to all Americans. The fundamental right to make decisions about our own bodies touches on each of these. The decision to have a child is one of the most personal and private that women and families make. And that's exactly who should make that decision. Not some extreme politician in Washington or in state capitals across this nation, not some Supreme Court justice, people who know nothing about the circumstances that women and their families are facing. How dare they presume to substitute their judgment? What does it say about the moral righteousness, self-righteousness of a politician or an unelected jurist over individual women on a matter that is so ultimately personal, so pivotal to every single aspect of the lives of women and families? We've already heard from the minority leader that Republicans, if they gain control of the Senate and the House, will seek a nationwide ban on abortion. It's a sad day when people at the highest levels of government who are entrusted to defend our Constitution, to safeguard our citizens, can no longer be trusted to do either. Unfortunately, we know today that nearly half of the states in this country have already pushed through what we're calling trigger laws that would automatically roll back the clocks by half a century if Roe is repealed, that would immediately jeopardize the fates of millions of women across this country. 17 of those states would outlaw abortions even in cases of rape and incest. This is the extreme position, the position that says that we should leave up to government, we should leave up to elected officials the decision about whether families should have children, the decision about whether a woman should have a child. That's who should make that decision, not a politician here, not a politician in my state capital of Concord, not a Supreme Court justice, but a woman and her family who understands her own circumstances, who knows what she and her family needs. We need to ensure that the freedom for women to make these decisions is guaranteed. That's what this vote is about this afternoon, to codify Roe v. Wade. Thank you, Madam President. I yield the floor and note the absence of a quorum.
Clerk will call the roll.